Welcome to Main Street Minds with your host, Amish Munshi. This is where industry leaders and seasoned pros share their secrets to success beyond limits. Let's dive in.
Hello and welcome to Main Street Minds. Today we have a very special guest, Praneeth, over here with us, local for me in the Bay Area, the best possible place to be for tech innovations and progress, taking humanity forward, right? In doing the best possible options available within tech. So without any further delay, let me open up the floor. Praneeth, introduce yourself, share all your secrets.
Thanks for having me on, Amish. Those are really kind words. Like you said, my name is Praneeth Patil. I'm a senior staff engineer and a tech lead with over 12 years of experience. Over my career, I have worked from companies like Equinix to Ripple, IBM, Juniper Network, Liftoff. I've worked from everything from high performance networking to blockchain-based payments to ad tech exchange, to AI/ML data pipeline, to global cloud orchestrations. I'm currently focusing on building a global AI inference network for data center customers.
Mhm.
I've been also experimenting a little bit on agentic AI orchestrator for multi-cloud. Um, yeah, so that's about me. I enjoy working on large systems, complex systems. I look for challenging projects. I have always done that. They keep me going. So yeah, I'm looking forward to share my story with you.
That is
Uh,
an extremely big achievement. Like I think being able to work on the latest and the greatest is a blessing, right? Like everyone says, driving is a privilege, right? I think it's the same with a lot of us in the tech industry in the Bay Area, saying the opportunities and the chance of being able to do something new is a privilege. We take I think we take it responsibly and contribute back in a more meaningful way because with AI and with stuff, like everyone is always scared. Is it going to take away all the jobs? Is it going to replace human beings? Is it going to kind of uh, overturn the world? But all innovation has always felt like that, and then it's the human aspect, and that comes in and says, "Oh, let's not do that," right? So,
yeah.
uh,
You hit the nail on its head, right? I had a little bit of experiment earlier this year. This was when AI suddenly took off,
mhm.
and AI could do all the coding. People said that AI would do all the coding. It would replace all the engineers. And it was the time when agents were like coding agents were still getting built. They weren't there altogether. Cursor and Copilot were claiming to be AI coders, but they weren't there yet.
Yeah.
Uh, and the concept of vibe coding came along that was in everyone's mouth. So I said, okay, hey, let me try building something with zero knowledge of doing that. Right.
Mhm.
So I mean, I know coding. I've done that all my life. I know system design. I know what needs to be done for building an application and such.
Mhm.
But then I have never done Swift, that is iOS. I have never done mobile app development. I
Yeah.
said, okay, let me start with doing something. I used Claude and
Mhm.
ChatGPT at the time, and then I asked, hey, I want to build an golf app, golf tracking app. This is something that came up when me and my buddies were
Yeah.
golfing, and it's like if there was a way for us to track our scores.
Yeah.
And I asked, hey, I want to build an iOS app. Get me started. I don't even know how to set up any uh, Xcode or, I mean, I have VS Code on my machine, which is pretty
Yeah.
straightforward. But Xcode and mobile app are quite more complicated to set up. So I started off with that, and I built an app and I released that in about 20 days. I spent like 2 hours a day at max.
Mhm.
Released it, and it's still on App Store. And then I wrote a Medium article on that, telling, "Hey, yeah, vibe coding is real. It's there. I did this, but there are so many different problems, and I could get it going in 20 days just because." I had the background of software engineering and coding and knowing how to debug, how to read the logs, how to tinker the statements and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
And so I got a lot of people reaching out to me telling, "Oh, so you think software engineering is dead, coding is dead? So what do you think the future of software engineers are going to be?" So I expressed that in another Medium article, going through the last about 50, 60 years of starting from punch card all the way to prompt engineering, right?
Yeah.
Um, every software engineers didn't go extinct, or any kind of engineers, they don't go extinct as long as
Yeah.
you learn, you adapt, and you start leveraging each of these as tools. Yeah, punch card was great, but if you stuck to punch card, you wouldn't be continue to
Yeah.
be an engineer. And I have some colleagues who have coded in punch cards, right? So yeah, that's
That, yeah, that is really some experience, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
have to use them as tools.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us more about, like, I think you were mentioning about AI replacing people, but so people are always needed, right? I think that's the crux of what you were mentioning. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell us.
Yeah, I don't think AI can replace humans. They can do a lot of tasks that humans do today.
Yeah.
So do computers, right? I mean, you don't use those accounting books, you use spreadsheet, right?
Mhm.
So now spreadsheets got even more powerful with agents on built on top of it. It only gives us more and more power as long as you're ready to learn and use them like
Yeah.
they're meant to be used and
Yeah.
find more applications to it.
hmm Yeah, makes sense. So tell us more about, while on one side, yes, AI is a tool or a technology that helps and assists. So, like, what is happening in the networking world in your space right now? Like, what are some of the new things that you are observing?
Yeah, so that networking has always been quite a challenge, be it during Web 2.0 era to now, right? I when I first started fresh off the school, I joined Juniper Networks where I was building network operating system, and we were constantly thinking of how to optimize the throughput, how to get the resiliency and stuff. And then you see them getting plugged into different data centers at the edge, at the core. Uh, it's always about getting most performance out of your system
hmm
and optimum routing, right?
hmm
Um, and currently with AI, as I'm learning more and more, I probably don't have all the answers or the right answers for this, but as I'm learning more and more, I notice that we need better solution for data localization.
hmm
That is, right now, data is spread across various data centers, and you need all of them for training. And you can do
Yeah.
localized training, but at the same time, all these huge companies like OpenAI are building huge data centers in the middle of nowhere. They need to
Yeah.
get all the data in there for training, and this data keeps growing, right? Now with AI, you're generating a lot more data than what humans used to generate.
Yeah.
And you're constantly training on top of that. And then comes the inference network. Again, inference is where uh, you have the trained models, but you start asking questions, you get the answers back, and you have that back and forth conversation. And then again, there is a huge amount of data that needs to be retained and then shipped back
Yeah.
to training. So that is where the current problem is with networking. And there are we don't have enough solutions and answers to solve all of those problems now, and they will continue to evolve as I see it.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And so, like, is there a specific thing that you have observed where it will be the most applicable? Like, is it identifying what data should be stored in which location? Like, or
One thing that I've been really interested on lately is bringing the inference or the AI closer to the people.
Okay.
Uh, and bringing it closer to the people means putting inference closer to the edge.
Mm-hmm.
And something you can think of something like a CDN
Mm-hmm.
on steroids for
Yeah.
AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where it is. We need to start thinking about what models and what set of data that needs to be closer to the customers in which region,
Mm-hmm.
and then how to ship it back to the training centers. Now, another huge topic that is taking the world by the storm is sovereign AI.
Mm-hmm.
Just like how China is building their own AI and India is building their
Yeah.
own AI, everybody is going for the race and everybody wants to win the AI race. And they're also trying to say, hey, I don't want all the training biases. I want more localization in terms of how the AI should work for my country. And companies also will start doing the same thing, right?
Yeah.
If you look at it, Meta and OpenAI and Google, they're all doing it in their own fashion.
Yeah.
They're all training on different sets of data because
Mm-hmm.
they want to have control over their data. So that's where I see the next big thing in AI is.
Yeah, that might be really interesting, right? So I think the question that I always ask is how does like how do things even innovate, right? Like as an individual, somebody might think about it. As a government, somebody might have a plan saying, okay, we need to do this. As a company, there may be a goal saying, hey, let's make this happen. Let's try this out. But for the kind of issues we are talking about, the scale is just so massive. Like how does somebody even start thinking about like taking the first step?
You can't. That's a great question. You cannot solve a problem for everyone.
Hmm.
You can solve the problem that you see. Yeah,
Yeah.
and you cannot go about trying to say, "Oh, there is a huge AI boom right now, and I want to be the guy who solves all of these problems."
Yeah.
That don't happen. Everything will be iteratively, right?
Hmm.
Now, I'm doing something on data center networking. I can see the limitations and the problems with AI, and I'm going to address that.
Hmm.
And that iteratively grows into solving a bigger problem.
Hmm.
Um, and I recently wrote a couple of papers on how to pick a particular model. Now, that was everybody has different approaches, like a mixture of experts and whatnot. Uh, I was bringing in the idea of bidding towards it, right?
Hmm.
That comes from my experience with building ad exchange.
Hmm.
If we can take our step towards solving a problem or getting our foot into the door of AI by trying to see what is the problem that I can solve, not the trying to find a biggest problem that I have no idea about what to solve.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So I would say take that small step, try to see what is a problem. Go to conferences,
Yeah.
talk to people. Um, those are great, uh, good first steps.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah, so as there's always like some or the other innovation always happening, right? And I think right now the biggest trend is definitely AI and machine learning and everything that's involved around it. The common co other comp there's always like some other technologies that might be taking a backseat because of the innovation happening. It might be quantum computers, it might be crypto, it might be blockchain or stuff that might be taking a little backseat just because of all the progress is being done on AI. What do you have any opinions on kind of what you observe? Is it just the most is it like the survival of the fittest? This is the best technology and maximum in return. So let's focus on this or like even within networking, I think you've done a little more of networking based blockchain as well, right? So how do you
Yeah.
choose as an individual? How do you choose saying should you make a career in AI? Should you keep focusing on blockchain?
Yeah, that's a good question. When I started on blockchain, blockchain was a big thing. And this was 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
This was taking the world by the storm. Bitcoin was unreachable. And, this is the next big thing. We'll build Web3. And Where are we with that now? Sometimes we can pick a technology and say, hey, I'm going to use this to solve all the problems, and it doesn't do anything. Um, Ripple was a company that I was working for. They had a real use case. They still do. It's called RippleNet. They were trying to be complementary or even replacement to services like Swift, which is cross-border payment. And they were using XRP, that's parent, Ripple is the parent of XRP. Uh, Great solution. Still took a really long time to find its footing, right? I think they're doing good now. Um, but there are various other companies, like numerous other companies, trying to build meme coins and stable coins and trying to print money, if you will, all right?
Mm-hmm.
But without a proper application to it, you cannot see it succeed. Now, with AI, we know at least one application of that, which is it can search things better. It can
Mm-hmm.
put things better. You can ask, you can converse, you can keep context better. And we know that application is good and it is making money, it is being productive for people, and it has huge consumerism around it. Next big thing there is AGI that everybody is racing towards. And I don't think a lot of us even understand what it means to have AGI, what is its application, or even if we will really attain AGI.
Mm-hmm.
I might get a lot of backslash for saying that, maybe because there are a lot of big there is a lot of big money going into building AGI. It might happen. So other technologies taking a backseat is, as you said, it is always survival of the fittest. Uh, and new shiny thing always takes the front seat.
Mm-hmm.
But that shine will start fading away when you start losing money and
Yeah.
people are not happy with the results. So
Yeah.
something else will come along. Um, Happened with web back then. There were a lot of companies out there spending a lot of money. You had a website, you would get funding, but then only a handful of them survived. And we are probably going to see the same pattern here with the AI.
Yeah, yeah, makes sense. So there will be specific good use cases that will be able to make it through, and then there's always this all hype as well, right? Saying, "Hey, I'm going to miss out." On one side, it's like, "Yeah, what should I do?" But then on the other side is don't overdo it as well, right? Like do it reasonably, do it passionately with discipline. But if don't overdo it. Say, "Hey, this is it. Like there's nothing other than AI in this world." Like
Yeah,
probably a wrong place to be as well.
absolutely.
Yeah. So as we come kind of I always like to ask like what are some of the other things that you are observing right now in the industry like apart from the three that I may have mentioned like AI, blockchain, and quantum like those are like big buzzwords, right? Still, I think all three are doing fine, but are there any other things that you're observing in the networking space?
Not just in networking, in the whole of
Okay.
infrastructure itself. I do think that more investments and more research will go into your system level, which kind of was a little bit boring back in the day. Building those drivers, building those hardware and ASICs and
Absolutely.
FPGAs. Yeah, so I think we will start seeing more investments in there. Uh, and yeah, I think the cloud will start plateauing a little bit. Uh, and we might go back to more on-prem and a more contemporary kind of
Yeah.
data centers where they say, oh no, cloud is not going to do everything for me. I have to do something on my own. This is where the big money might go into.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Yeah, I mean, I think as I work more and more with cloud, I started noticing that cloud failed on the promises that they gave us back in the day when they said, "Oh, you don't have to set up these servers yourself. We will with so many scripts and whatnot, and we will do it with just one click." Now it has gone from 1 to 100 clicks to multiple Terraform files. So people will start seeing the burn there. And yeah, we have to see how that would evolve.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, no kidding. Like I moved my file servers from an online storage to a file server in the house. I was like, it
Yeah,
doesn't make sense. Like I'm just using all those big media files locally. I just don't
yeah.
want to put all that outside.
And the cloud pay
Yeah.
so much money, like a lifelong subscription. We
Yeah.
already have enough subscriptions.
Yeah, and I think that whole model might hopefully the capex versus opex and the financial impact of it and everything we'll have to like analyze what all of that even means for a business from money
Yeah.
perspective. So cool. So as we come close to the end of this episode, I always like to ask like what are some of the other what do you like to do outside of work?
Outside of work, I love golfing
Mhm.
with my friends. We try to get at least around every weekend. This is a great football season, so go Niners.
Yeah, was a
Yeah,
great game last weekend.
yeah, they had a great win. Uh, our division is hard, but we will get through. I'm quite confident with the team. I have a 5-year-old dog. We go on hikes on the weekends. My wife and I. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's a lot. It's I can imagine that keeps you really busy.
It does, it does. I used to take a lot of photos too. I have a little bit of photography itch in me, but you have only certain amount of time that you can get through.
Yeah.
So it is catching dust in the corners right here.
Yeah, I think cameras have gotten this like all there is a lot of synthetic processing that does happen with a cell phone camera, but it's just the convenience of it is like it's able to almost match up with the
DSLRs and yeah,
professional ones, but like when a professional person like you or somebody is taking the photo, there is a difference still. Like when you want
yeah,
that right perfect shot, it's a professional camera. Like there's no
yeah,
way to give away 2 inches of lens width, right? There's just no way to put
100%.
that into a phone.
No kidding. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So as we come close to end of this episode, I always like to ask any other recommendations that you would like to share with the audience, specifically like somebody looking to make a career in tech. Any pieces of advice you would like to give them?
Definitely. One thing I would always recommend, and one suggestion that I give everyone is to have a mindset of lifelong learning.
Hmm.
Uh, don't stick to one particular technology or one particular area in even in life, telling I have done this and I will continue doing that. It might work out for a lot of people, but for me and my friends and my circle, I see, oh, those people who constantly learn are the ones who always make it to the next stage.
Hmm.
And it's also very interesting. Don't take learning as a chore. Take learning as trying to explore something new, right? I mean, just like you like to travel. Um, why do you like to travel? Because you want to see something new. Learning something new, like
Hmm.
traveling. Uh, yeah, so lifelong learning is the way to go.
Yeah, and especially in a industry like tech, right? There is always something new happening, so it's very important to stay on top of what's going on, and maybe there is something else that will interest you more than what you're working on right now.
Absolutely. I feel obsolete after working on a particular technology for 2 years. If I'm not doing something new, I feel like I'm already way behind. So
Yeah.
it didn't take me much time for me to jump on the agentic AI and
Mhm.
AI networking and even the cloud infrastructure because I have that problem in me that I have that FOMO that you're talking about,
Yeah.
fear of missing out. So I need to know everything.
And it's good to know everything, right? But and then also stick to one thing that you're like kind of know
Great.
everything but masterize and be a special in one specific thing at least.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sounds great. So yeah, thanks for taking time on a busy Wednesday and spending time with us and enlightening us with what's happening in the world and sharing your knowledge with us.
Thanks, Amish. It's been an honor. It's been great talking to you.
Thank
That's a wrap on today's episode of Main Street Minds. Want to share your journey with our audience? Head over to mainstreetmindspodcast.com/guest to apply.